Hello, everyone. Good day. Welcome to the Approaches or Domains in Communication for Development, Module 2, and the presentation of the Parallel Section B. I am Mariel Umamba, and welcome. Our learning objective is to name and differentiate at least 5 approaches or domains in communication for development. There are a lot of approaches or domains in communication for development, but for this topic, I will be focusing on the 3 approaches, namely the action research, advocacy, and community communication. We will explore 3 key approaches in communication for development and see how they are applied in real Philippine context. But of course, our focus is on social marketing and social mobilization as our main approach to communication for development. But before we proceed to the social mobilization and social marketing, let us review some other approaches that have been adopted and advocated by experts and practitioners in this field. First, we have the action research. As defined, the action research is a methodological approach. It is not strictly a communication approach or a domain. And also, it combines action and study to address social problems. By methodological approach, it means a use of different systems and not just a communication approach. Also, action research aims to solve real issues and generate knowledge simultaneously or at the same time. Action research is very unique because the researcher actively works with the community while studying the problem, and it's about learning by doing and reflecting. So, how does this work? In action research, there are 6 steps of action research. One is the analysis or to identify the problem. Second, by doing a fact-finding or to gather data and evidence. Third is the conceptualization or to interpret the findings during the fact-finding. And the fourth is to plan or design actions that we are going to execute during the execution and to implement the actions. And lastly, the evaluation for us to be able to reflect and adjust. In Philippine context, one of the examples in 2024, the local government unit or Olongapo City has conducted a literacy project entitled Empowering Communities through reading literacy, which is a community-based action research on Gordon's College's reading program initiative in Olongapo City. In this research, the researchers, the teachers, the parents, and even the volunteers address the low reading proficiency. And also, intervention strategies were refined through continuous feedback. This example shows the cycle of action, reflection, and adjustment, which is atypical in a action research. Next, we have the advocacy. As defined, advocacy is a persuasive communication which aims to influence the decision makers rather than the community or the beneficiaries. Advocacy also organizes information into arguments for policy support or funding or resource allocation. Advocacy also seeks popular support to strengthen political backing. And advocacy is about strategically presenting evidence and arguments to gain support for a project or a policy. In the Philippines, it works by using interpersonal communication and media channels Also repeating and reinforce key messages across different platforms. And this works by building coalitions and networks for stronger impact. It targets both leaders and the general public when needed. This approach combines strategic messaging with relationship building to achieve policy or resource support. Here, an example in the Philippine context, there is a local advocacy project or LAP, which focuses on the population and health programs. This was implemented by the Philippine Non-Government Organization Council on Population, Health, and the Welfare, or the PNGOC. The goal is to secure local ordinances and budgets for family planning and health services. The strategies includes billboards and posters for awareness, community theater performances, and coalition building with local leaders. The outcome of this project is to gain political and public support for health initiatives. This example demonstrates advocacy in action using multiple communication platform strategies to influence local decision makers while building public awareness. And lastly, the community communication. As defined, it promotes participation and social interaction in local groups, which involves community members in planning, producing, and evaluating messages. It also uses interpersonal and indigenous materials such as radio, theater, and puppetry. In the Philippine context, there is the International Journal of Academic Multidisciplinary Research, which conducted empowering community development through participatory communication, which uses lessons from the outcomes of Barangay Kaagapay Extension Project in Barangay Namabalan Sur, Tuguegarao City. This community communication is an empirical research conducted in a Philippine barangay. It describes how participatory communication strategies, which is a core part of a community communication, help to improve community access to communication materials, participation, confidence, and engagement in local affairs. It also directly aligns with your content's focus on community involvement in planning, producing, and evaluating messages. In comparison and summary, the action research specifically solve problems and generate knowledge, which involves the researchers and the community, while the advocacy focuses more on to influence decision makers and to gather resources for funding, which involves advocates and the policymakers, while the community communication also includes um, for the purpose of to engage and empower the community. And the main actors are the community members. So in summary, these are approaches differ in focus, actors, and methods. They are individual approaches, but they all aim to achieve development impact through different approaches in communication. For our discussion issues, number one, think of a problem or issue in your community, for example, like flood, informal settler families, and other problem in communities, and which approach would be most effective in addressing it, and why would you choose that approach? Next, sometimes development projects use more than one approach. Can you think of a way to combine two or more approaches to solve a problem in the Philippines, and how would it look in practice? So that is it. So that's it. These are just my references. So I hope you learned something from this presentation, and I will be posting our discussion issues in the discussion thread in our application. So thank you for listening and have a good day.